Hi everyone, welcome back to Game Set Paddle, the podcast that's all about paddle, whether you're obsessed, whether you're new to the sport, whether you're a newbie, whatever it is, this is the podcast for you if you're have the love of paddle like we all do. Today I'm joined by my friends here. We've got Mustafa, we've got Ali, and we've got Andre, who's a coach here in Dubai, one of the best coaches in Dubai, in our opinion. We're thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I think you just came off a flight or something this morning.
I arrived today 1 a.m. or something.
Yeah, so we're really happy to
Where
have
were you, in Bali?
Yes.
Playing paddle?
Playing.
Oh, you were in Bali as well?
Only one day.
Oh,
my
there you
wife didn't
Did you win at least?
I lost actually.
Oh.
It's like a common theme.
Okay, end of podcast.
And just very quickly, this podcast is sponsored by V. We're very happy to have V. V is Australia's #1 energy drink and who's sponsoring the podcast. I think, Andre, you've tasted V for the first time. What do you think about it?
For the first time, and actually it's amazing.
Yeah.
Really good, yeah.
You got to drink it ice cold. It takes it to another level.
I'll try it again for sure.
If you drink that, you'll be buzzing all day, yeah? So drink it nice and early. Don't drink it at night, otherwise you won't get any sleep.
In Bali.
So thank you so much for joining us. So how about let's talk about you, Andre. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, your background, and how long you've been in Dubai and how long you've been playing paddle?
So starting by Padel, I started playing in 2017, October, I think. Before I played basketball for 7-8 years, I believe. But since I'm young, I'm connected with I'm into sports. I played football in the streets for a long period. Then I started basketball. I left football. Then I stopped basketball. I went to football again. Eventually, when I went to uni, I stopped everything, but I caught up with paddle. I did sports science as a career in university. Then I did a post-degree in sports management. And that's it. And I came to Dubai in 2021 for the first time.
Nice.
So I started coaching paddle in 2018. 2021 I was here, and that's it.
You moved to Dubai specifically for paddle, or it just organically happened when you got here?
No, specifically for paddle. When I moved in the first time to Dubai, we were in quarantine in Portugal for the second time. So I stopped working the first time. It was like for a person that loves to be doing sports, being at home was like depressing. So the first time I was like, what should I do? What should I do? This paddle is not working. We are at home. Then eventually it passed. The second quarantine, still at home. What should I do? I need to do something. I got a call from here. And that's it. And I came.
How did they find out about you? Through your social media? A friend recommended you?
A bit of social media because my Instagram, but also I knew the person that contacted me. So I got contacted by the previous general manager of WPA, André Del Mar. Okay. He got in touch with me. Also, he did the paddle course with me in Portugal. So we knew each other from before. He kept following me on Instagram and listen, I need a coach. What do you think about it? And I'm like, okay.
That's the very definition of networking, right? Everyone talks about networking and social media.
And here's the business side of paddle.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's the most important thing in paddle right now, the networking.
Yeah. I made a statement in the last podcast. I said paddle is the new corporate sport. It's taken over golf. I'm hands down convinced.
You make deals on the paddle court now more than golf.
Yeah, I believe it's crazy. I was now in Bali. I just came back. We were at a table, and I was saying, listen, you sit down you go to have a dinner, and it's impossible that paddle. It's not a topic.
Paddle. Yeah.
It's impossible because it's like the dinner. It's amazing, this and that, wives, the kids, and recently.
How was your last game?
Yeah.
See, Ali talks it, lives it, breathes it, but he still can't beat me. So what advice do you give
I beat him
like
last
that?
time. I beat him last time. Yusuf from ZY will attest to that. Don't worry, he's my witness. When you get back from injury, we'll take you on again.
1 game in 3 years, but that's okay. We'll give you that 1 game if it feels better for you.
That 1 game, it's important.
It's very important, isn't it?
It was after he started training with Andre, so maybe.
After that I got better. That's true. I give all the credit to Andre.
So you're from Portugal, and there was paddle in Portugal. Obviously, Portugal's right next to Spain. It's huge in Spain. Is it as huge in Portugal, or did it not catch up as much?
It's huge. I mean, we finished World Cup in 3rd place. The last World Cup.
Amazing.
We got the bronze medal. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Who represented Portugal? Which 2 players? Do you know which players represented Portugal
Yeah,
in the World Cup?
I mean, the famous Portuguese players are Nuno Deus and Miguel Deus, the brothers.
Yeah.
They play
Oh,
together.
What makes them so good? Is it the partnership together, or what type of skills do each one
Usually
has?
playing family or with wife, husband, it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Very
It's a
hard.
disaster. It's the receipt for the divorce.
Yeah,
Yes,
100%. I can attest to it. My wife banned me many times.
What makes them good? I really think it's the chemistry
Really?
because they combine perfectly. It's amazing. And one of them was injured not too long ago, so only the other one was playing, but not the same. Then when they got together again, it's crazy because they are not young. They are like on 30 around, and they are on the best phase of their careers now.
Wow.
They entered the main draw of Premier Padel directly.
Wow.
So
So together as brothers.
yeah, they played together. The jump on their career was amazing on the last year.
great.
It was like
I heard also Cristiano Ronaldo opened like a huge paddle complex in Portugal. Is that true?
he bought one of the best clubs in Lisbon.
Okay.
It was already made. Like it's really a top-notch club. He bought the club, and now he's one of the investors of. They call it Cidade de Padel.
Okay.
It's like a paddle city.
Right.
It will be like let's call it a small village, a compound.
Of all just
Wow.
paddle, like
Of
paddle
paddle.
related. So
So-
you can stay there and play paddle.
Yeah.
So is it all related to that court that he purchased, or he's doing more, or is it like multiple courts?
More. The club he bought, it's already it existed before. It's already
Established
there. They want to do something else.
Okay.
Not on the same place. It's a bit outside of Lisbon.
You can start running camps. Like, is it accommodation, wellness, gym,
yeah.
paddle?
It's how
like
can
a
I call
full
it?
sports city.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's
Like
smart,
they do on the
smart
Olympics,
idea.
you know.
Yeah. Like
Something
the Olympic Village.
Yeah.
For paddle, purely paddle, or all racket sports?
Purely paddle.
Oh wow! So
Is
you
it-
think
it-
they want to push more? Sorry, to cut you off. More paddle players out of Portugal, like because the popular ones are Spanish and Argentinian usually.
Yeah, because I mean we are a small country,
Yeah. Okay.
so we have 10 millions. Spain they have like I don't know around 50.
Right.
Cut this if I'm
But
wrong.
football is the most popular sport in Portugal.
In Portugal
In
and
what-
in Spain, I mean,
Yeah.
all
But you
over-
would say paddle's
all over
number
the
two.
world.
Paddle's number
Paddle
two,
it's
maybe?
number 2. Yeah,
But definitely the fastest growing, probably.
yeah. It's there's no comparison possible.
Well, didn't you experience the same thing in Bali? I think you told me earlier that there's paddle courts around pools and paddle courts around rainforests and jungle areas and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, now when I was there and I had to play because
Itching to play.
I played in Uluwatu,
Yeah.
two
nice.
amazing clubs. But I saw on Instagram in Canggu there's two clubs with infinity pool, and I mean it's
Wow.
Insane.
But
But I find those cosmetic ones a bit annoying. So in Maldives, I went to a very, very sort of exclusive resort, and it had a paddle court, in the middle of the forest. It's an island, and it looks great. All I kept doing was fetching the ball. Every time you hit it out, it goes out. I was like, run around, get the ball. Run around, get the ball. And I was like, I'll give up.
It's great for photos and networking. I think that's what
I think they're Instagram
Big
courts.
part of it, yeah, Instagram
it's nice
courts.
for a reel, but then
Exactly.
Well, going off the growth that you're talking about, obviously since you've been in the UAE since 2021, so that's about 4 years. So where have you seen the sport progress in your eyes in terms like more people playing has become more popular? Like, obviously we can see it has, but what do you see from your perspective as a coach?
I mean, when I came here, we could mention like 3 or 4 clubs. Like, oh, this club is amazing. This one, like competition between 3, 4, or 5, and suddenly it's like, I mean, you have so many options that, and still sometimes it's hard to
can't
find
get
the
a
court.
court. Yeah.
So it's just crazy. I mean, we would discuss about these 3, 4, or 5 clubs, but maybe there was around 8. And now, I mean,
It's like 200 or something, I think, right? Maybe more.
But do you think the power of the wallet here, in terms of what they pay, like we were in Spain, and to get a court, it was just nothing, right?
€8
€8
per
or
person
something.
or
Eight
something.
per
And then you
player,
come here, and even though it's, you pay a good amount, you might pay 140 dirhams per person or whatever it is, you don't even look, you just pay it and keep going.
Yeah.
Do you think the power of the wallet also is different between the countries that makes it more?
What I think here and what I've been experiencing, I mean, what you're saying about economics, it's here a lot of people are able to. You know, I
To
mean,
pay that amount.
not only the game, but also the session. There's something we compare a lot between Europe and here, golf, GCC overall. It's there we only do group sessions. Here, most of the players, they want a single session.
Private.
And actually, a lot of people are able to pay for the single session.
Because they can afford it.
Yeah, because they can afford it. And yeah, if we enter the wallet comparison, it's because of, I mean, in GCC, we can say like, I don't know, 70%, 50% of the people will pay for a session, and then they will pay for a match.
Yeah, because even in Australia, we experience that. You know, if something goes up even $1 or $2, because you know the average person there isn't as well to do compared to the average person here. You know, it's a bigger population, etc. But $1 or $2 can actually really impact a person from actually playing a sport or not.
It was just saying to me earlier that paddle, some of the higher levels is so expensive. You were telling me about two players that, you want to say the story? They went into a tournament and how much did they win? 2,000 something? And
Yeah, I think it's like a top, I don't remember, like top 60 players, top around that.
which is high level, which is the top,
Yeah,
pretty
Top
much.
six
I mean,
in the world.
in the world. Yeah.
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 What do they earn?
They-
Prize money of?
No, so he'll tell you this. Yeah.
They played recently like 2 tournaments abroad, and like let's say they made around 2.5k euros, but they spent 2.3 or
Wow, just
Yeah,
to get to
just
the
in-
tournament and
so
play. Yeah.
they ended up with 200 euros of profit. And if you think about that, I mean it's
That's not an income.
So-
for a professional
So
sport.
even for the professionals, we were just talking about this the other day. So the Italy competition just ended. Galan and Chingo won, and they had the record prize money in paddle ever, and it was 48,000 euro per player. Right, that is peanuts compared to
Well, compared to
major
tennis.
sports.
Yeah.
Tennis is millions.
Tennis
right?
Open's like Australian Tennis Open. I think it's like $14 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
ridiculous.
professional soccer players earn that. I mean, if you're in the tier 2 English football league, you'll probably earn that in a week, right? Like,
Well,
also,
that,
it's
I mean,
crazy.
the average
So
NBA
it's
player.
still so small, right?
Well, I mean, the average NBA player earns $5 million American a year, and that's the average
Yeah.
player. That could be the worst player on the team, and some of the highest paid, Steph Curry, LeBron, getting close to 60 million.
And
So it's a
if
big
you
gap.
come third, I think it was 8,000 euros. So you can see that if this is your career, this is what you do. It's, I mean, you have sponsors and stuff, so you still be very comfortable, but it could get tough. Like you could spend all this money to get in and just win nothing. You can get 2,000 euro when you have to travel
Let's
to a
call
country.
it a humble sport.
A humble sport for now.
Well,
But
humble beginnings, right?
in
I
tw-
think it's going to grow.
in 20 years, you'll have Galan and some of the famous players saying, "Oh, I wish we got paid that much back in my day. We paved the way." So
exactly.
yeah,
So,
it has to start somewhere,
It
right?
happens already for some of the best players. They retired already, and now some of them they dedicate to coaching.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of them they are
Yeah.
dedicated.
They probably make more from coaching now than they made in their careers, right?
For sure.
well,
So you'll make more money coaching than prize money in playing.
I mean, if we're talking about the example that he gave, I mean, yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, it's like tennis. Tennis, we do the comparison with. I was talking to Ali before. Out of the top 100, you're losing money basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If
it's
you're
an
not
expensive sport.
if you're not sponsored here, you will spend that much money per month, maybe even per week, of the prize money you'll get as a pro top 60 player,
Yeah, well, I mean,
just in court hire and
Well,
merchandise.
Just playing casually.
Yeah.
well,
just
imagine
like
you do 2 training sessions a week, right? And then 2 games. You spend 1,000 dirham. That's 4,000 dirham a month.
Yeah.
That's what, 1,000 euro a month?
That's
1,500 euro? That's
Prize money.
No one's going to
yeah.
spend that in Portugal or in Europe. 1,000 a month on. It's crazy.
No way.
Yeah.
So if you're playing paddle, you're playing it for, like us, the passion and the love and the enjoyment of the
not
sport.
about the money.
It's not for the money.
Unless this podcast gets 1 million subscribers, then we made it. We'll say,
Guys, if you subscribe and we cross over 1 million, we'll reinvest some of our sponsorship money to help these players and start sponsoring players.
inshallah. Sounds good.
Yeah, speaking about that, how do you find the players in the UAE compared to like Portugal or Europe or other places you've played around the world? Like the quality and the level of players and the passion.
Even the
as
style,
well.
like,
the
even the style as well.
Yeah.
I mean, here, what I don't know if I can say this.
Say it, we'll edit it out.
Otherwise,
if
you
it's
will,
bad,
you
don't
will
worry.
edit it. But
They
I
don't-
mean, in Europe, we grow up on the streets doing something, jumping, running after each other, you know.
Yeah.
And what I feel here, it's I mean, I don't know if because of the generations, but there's the tendency now for being on the phone. And so, for example, the kids over there are always doing something. And here I feel, starting from the young generation, they prefer to avoid sports. Let's say it like this. Talking about the grown-ups, I mean, if the culture keeps that way, we will find something similar, you know. So what I feel here, it's the habit of playing sports. It's not that much compared to Europe.
Okay.
If you reflect that in paddle, of course, paddle it's a sport of coordination. If you are good moving around, you will be playing paddle easily. So I don't know if it's because of lack of background, maybe. On the schools, I don't know if PE it's a must like in Europe. Here, I don't know.
I think it's a cultural thing, the weather.
I'll tell you, the Middle East, tennis isn't huge in the Middle East, but squash is. Like the best squash player in the world is Egyptian, male and female are Egyptians, for example. So so other than squash, I don't think racket sport, like badminton as well. So I think it's more the indoor kind of thing. But paddle's new, like it's new to the region and it has this huge hype. And I know what you mean. A lot of people play it here for the hype, for the Instagram shot. They go training in this amazing,
but
uniform and stuff.
It's a small population as well.
Yeah.
UAE in itself, or the GCC, compared to Europe and these larger continents, so smaller population, less people obviously.
At WPA, there's a lot of Emiratis there. And how did you find them? Because I have some of my cousins are Emiratis. They play in Khawanij, and they're trying to get into the national team. And they're very, very good, very committed. They love the sport, right? So I don't know if have you interacted with also like local players who are taking it a bit more professionally, more seriously?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, once again, since 2021 to this point, right now, the Emirati paddle grew a lot. Like it's crazy
some
that
really amazing Emirati players.
I mean, they were like starting when I came here, and now some of them are trying to get pro.
Yeah.
And I mean, the national team, they reached it, a very good level. Now they play mostly against the coaches, which before it was like a no discussion, like the coaches will win.
Yeah.
But now it's turning tables, you know, because they've been practicing a lot. Gym, it's very important for paddle. So they were able to grow.
Yeah, I had the same with my coach in ZY. Now I beat him. I was not happy. Special shout out to Jose. But
Probably he let you win. We do that a lot.
we don't like to say. I won't say who his partner was, so we won't say that part. We'll just say that I won.
That's all that matters. No, so that's awesome. And so we know Ali's been training with you for a while. I'll say he highly, highly rates you. How do you find Ali's game? Is still a bit 50-50. D plus? C minus? Or is he at?
No, it's been more important than the. I mean, here it's the ranking goes by letters. There in Europe we go by numbers, but more important than the numbers or the letters, it's for me when someone comes into the court. Having a good smash, everyone wants that, you know. But the most important thing is being consistent, and that's it. And in life also, not only inside the paddle court. So as long as I can pass the message to my student that, listen, if this situation happens, you need to do this, and that's it. From point A to point B, and you might do a forehand, not that orthodox, but the ball is there, okay, we accept that, and that's it. As long as the idea is there, for me it's okay.
Well, that's something that he was saying. That Musti has an unorthodox smash, and a lot of coaches have in the past tried to make him change, but that technique works for him. So, do you agree with that strategy? That technique is not
that philosophy.
Because what I felt is there's some coaches that you will go, and they want to change your style, and I felt I went backwards. I actually didn't. I went completely backwards, so I stopped. On one particular move that I do. Do you believe? And this is the question we had. Do you believe if it works, let them work and work on something else that doesn't work? Or so, for example, wrist action in paddle, there's no such thing as wrist action, but I come from a volleyball squash background where there's a lot of wrist. What do you do in that circumstance for a player?
I mean, when I started, I was like, when I started coaching paddle, I was looking for the perfect player. But with the experience, I found out there's no such thing as the perfect player. And what I like the most about my style, it's I think the coach needs to adapt to the student, because
Correct.
each one of you will show me something different.
Yes.
So I cannot expect Ali to do the same smash as you will do, because you played volleyball for, you know. So I think it's really important the coach adapts to the player. And for example, I was telling that as long as Ali puts the ball there, I'm happy. But before, technically, he couldn't put the ball there. So it's important to associate the technique with the tactics. And we create like a 50-50. Like you are saying, your smash, it's right now it's good and it works. So I will try to make it like mine, like the technique, this and that, and it will stop working, because before you go one step up, you need to come 3 steps down. And from my coaching experience, a lot of students are not willing to accept that. And I'm not saying it's wrong for you to stay with your style. Actually, I think it's okay, because it works.
Yeah.
If I tell you, listen, let's do 10 smashes, and you miss 8, we need to change it.
Yeah.
But if actually you make it happen, it's okay for me.
Yeah.
Now you tell me, listen, I want to smash from the line. Okay, maybe we'll need to change something.
Yeah.
So the thing here, it's the level. I need to check what's your level. You want to smash close to the net, or you want to smash from the line?
Yeah.
You know? Then coaches, we need to create a plan.
So coaches, your tip is that you should adapt to the player rather than it's a one thing fits all.
No, that's a big mistake of the coaches.
Well, I think that's a big mistake in a lot of sports, where the coaches come in with their style. I say it all the time in the NBA, you know, they come in with their style and they want the players to fit in their style. Actually, obviously you adjust that as you need to. If something's not working, you adjust it, but really should work around your play. So for example, like, you know, say in basketball, you know, if I've got a great shooting team, I'm not going to be playing from the post, right? I'm going to, you know, run an offense that concentrates on shooting. And then if I've got a lot of big men, I'm going to do something closer to the basket. So I think that's very important to, as a coach, to adapt to your player style, obviously within reason. Like if, as you said, if the player is doing the technique incorrectly and it's not working, you've got to change something.
Yeah, of course.
What do you recommend for beginners? So, because a lot of people, when they start paddle, you know, they just start to get coaching from day one, and that can be a negative thing. And then some people get coaching later on. What do you recommend? Do you think it's better to get coaching right away? Do you think it's better to play for 6 months, a year, 2 years before you consider coaching? What's your philosophy?
My philosophy, it's when you try to learn the sport, get a coach. Like it's like you don't know how to lift weights and you go to the gym by yourself. I mean, when I started studying sports science, actually I wanted to be a personal trainer. And when you go to the gym, you see so many wrong
Techniques, right?
And even exercise. I mean, it's just wrong. You know?
I'm a big example of that, and I support his. You know, otherwise you'll be like me, broken nose, torn calf muscle, meniscus tears.
That's true.
All from really bad.
That's true.
You know, thinking we knew how to play, or I knew how to play without actually learning it properly.
I mean, and it's the same. Like before, like I don't know, 10 years ago, no one was looking for a personal trainer. But today, I mean, a lot of people have a personal trainer already. Padel, it's the same. You want to learn a new sport. Most of the people, they never did a racket sport. A lot of people, they never did sport.
Yeah.
You know, so my advice is go with the coach. At least 10 sessions, I think it's a good start. And then after you listen this and that, at least if you go playing by yourself, you have something to connect with. Yeah. If you start like it happens with a lot of students, they come after, I don't know, 1 year. I've been playing for 1 year, and then I'm like, it looks like you've been playing for 1 month. Yeah. Because
so they think they're amazing, huh? They think they're the best player ever.
Yeah, I think the paddle, it's the sport for the ego.
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
but it's very easy for your ego to drop. When I went to Andre, I thought, I'm a few shots away. I get there, the volley's wrong, the backhand wrong, the forehand wrong. After the first session, I said to my wife, I'm going to quit paddle. She's like, stick with it. She goes, trust me, same thing happened to her. About 5-6 sessions in, I started to see the progress. I'm not a superstar, don't get me wrong, but just that, even something as simple as, Ali, why are you standing in front of the line? Stand behind the line. Why is, like the ball's coming off the glass, why are you you know, for example, too close to the ball. You know, little things like that. They can make a big difference just to your confidence in your game.
How important is position versus skill in a game? What would you say is more, or like what percentages would you put each one on?
I mean, if you are on the right place, you have more chances of getting the ball.
So position is more important than.
I cannot tell you that one is more important than the other, but you might be amazing with your hands, like handling the racket and the ball.
Yeah.
But if you're not on the right place, it
Doesn't matter how
it
good
will
you
get
are.
hard.
Very hard
Yeah.
to pick up.
Okay.
So position, guys, is very, very
And
critical.
the other hand, you might not have the skills, but you are on the right place. So even blocking, the ball might end up on the other side. I mean, of course, for me as a coach, please combine both.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, of
All
course.
right.
But if you ask me, for example, technique or tactic, it's like skills or positioning. You know, technique
Yeah.
or tactic. The most important thing will be combining both. But I
Yes.
think with average technique, if you know where the ball should go, you will do a good job.
Yeah.
Like I see a lot. Even when I started playing paddle, I started playing in Portugal, but my hometown it's 10 kilometers from Spain. So I started playing against 50 years old, and I reached the court and I'm like, easy peasy today. and
That happens so often.
and then I lost. I mean,
They destroy you.
they were not
They're
moving.
not moving.
They are in
Getting
the right
in.
place.
Just the right
and
position.
And no, I mean no skills. It was enough. They
Yeah.
could put
Yeah.
the ball on my side, and
You're in the wrong place.
So
So they're
no.
getting you.
my place was a bit everywhere.
Yeah,
I was trying to find myself inside the court, but it was mentally they were chill, they were passing the ball back, and I wanted to do smash.
yeah, which
And
is
every single lob,
yeah.
which happens a lot here, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Not-
what I was going to say because they were in Spain, right, about a year ago, and they played paddle, and they noticed that nobody smashes, right?
Very
Everyone
little smash.
very soft
It's a
technique, placements.
It's
A lot of
placement, yeah.
bandejas and
Bandeja,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and
volleys.
if they smash, it's got to be really like, you know,
Yeah, if-
it's taken a while and it's just set there ready. You can't make a mistake.
No, if they smash, it will be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which asked if they lob it, I want to smash, and it could be the worst smash, and you give them a return, but just the whole idea of smashing
when
just feels
Steph
so
was
good.
smashing there, they were they wanted to take photos with him. They're like, oh, the smash, and he
That-
kept getting him every time.
And they were laughing at each other, like he's like, smash on him. And he's laughing at him. I'm
No,
like,
but there's
okay.
something you need to know about Steph. Half his smashes make it, the other half hit people. So it's 50-50.
But he still gets the point.
I still get the point there.
As long as he gets the point.
That's all that matters in the end, is getting the point and winning.
So you know, with your career, obviously, so you said you started playing paddle in 2018, on and off.
17 October,
17?
yeah.
Were you like, what was your skill level like? Or were you, like, when you were at your best, were you like, did you want to go pro, or was coaching always what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I think of all the coaches I meet, I have a conversation, I discuss. I'm one of the few that I always pursued like a paddle coaching career. And I was playing paddle at the beginning, but my mindset was like, okay, this would be a good moment to start coaching, you know, because for me, I thought about it. I didn't play tennis, I played basketball. I ended up coaching tennis because during university we had to choose a sport, and I studied in the interior. Basketball was not available. I ended up choosing tennis because I always loved tennis. I used to watch a lot with my father at home. Roger Federer, #1 always.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
So I was like, okay, maybe tennis it's a nice opportunity, and I ended up finishing uni. I went to my hometown again, and I coached tennis for 1 year. And after I started to hear about paddle while I was doing my post-degree in sports management, and I'm like, okay, so I think it's the right moment to catch the sport because it's no one knows
Early.
about it. I mean, Lisbon, yes, Porto, big cities, but in the interior, I mean, I was like the best in my hometown. So I'm like, let's
Well,
start teaching.
See, literally until I moved to Dubai, and even about a year after I moved, so I can say 2022, I had never heard of paddle my whole life. Not once, not one mention, not one racket, not one player, not one game. And then when I came to Dubai, I did not even realize how popular it was until the last couple of years. And now in Australia, everyone wants to play paddle. everyone, like people messaging me, like all of the boys who are Australian that live in Dubai, we get messages once or twice a week. We can't wait till you come back to Australia. We want to beat you in paddle. We want to play in paddle. Like I was in Bali the same time as you, and our other podcast team member Yusuf was there too. And we played paddle against his brother-in-law. He doesn't even know me, and he's already talking, I want to beat you, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And now he wants a rematch because I beat him, right? So now he wants a rematch, but I'm like, he's in Melbourne, I'm in Sydney, it's going to be a bit difficult, you know? So it's just...
No, but paddle, it's such a accessible sport. Not, it's easy to get into, and it's fun, I find. Like, I mean, you've played tennis and you've played paddle. What are the differences you find between them? And also, do you think the skills are really transferable or not, other than holding a racket?
Yes, definitely. I mean, first, speaking of, when I played tennis, like not with a coach, I played with the friends. And if you don't have skills, it's impossible. It's just frustration.
Yeah.
You know, you need to get a coach ASAP,
Right away,
because there's no other option.
In tennis, right?
In tennis, if you don't get a coach, you will play most of the time like this, like mini tennis, you know.
Yeah.
So, paddle, first time, if you have coordination, you play. Why our sport? It's so famous because it's like this.
Exactly.
You go into the court and you are playing. You go playing tennis and you spend most of your time collecting the balls.
It's true.
It's just like this. So paddle, it's the best sport in the world. Not because I'm a coach, but just because it is.
Well,
I mean, you have the social component. Not speaking about physically, you know, but you have the social component. You go in Europe, for example, we play a match, and we stay for a while. We call it the third set. You know? We stay for a while.
That's nice. You should incorporate that here too. Yeah, nice.
Most of my students in Portugal, they spend more time on the third set than inside the session or the match. And then the wife, where are you?
So it's a hangout pretty much, right?
I'm playing paddle.
It's and they spend more money outside of the court than inside the court.
Well, see, going on your point, so I went to the Qatar tournament. And as I'm watching it, I actually turned to my wife and I said, most of these paddle players do not even look like athletes. Like if you actually look at them, like you look at an NBA player, you can see he's an athlete. NFL player, Major League Baseball.
Athletic look.
Correct. They've got an athletic look, a certain type of build, you know, skinny. I was watching the matches. One is short, one is tall, one is a bit built, one is skinny. One of them, I said, I promise you, if this guy was a garbage collector, if you tell me a photo, I would say he's not an athlete. This guy does not to demean. I'm just saying, like his job is just a normal job.
It doesn't fit.
It does not fit the mold. And they had all of these trick shots and behind the back and through the legs, and I was just in awe. So that goes on your point that you made. That's accessible to everyone.
Squash was the same. I remember I used to come to a squash course. I come from a squash background, and there's some people that you would think these are not athletic people at all, but they had skill. They didn't need to move.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable. And I've noticed paddle is the same thing. Paddle, it doesn't have a certain physique to be a good paddle player.
Yeah.
It could be anything. So you'll get some that will come, you know, fully sponsored, like dressed, knocked, this, that, name on the back, and they're absolutely crap. And then you get some, like, but when you look at them, you think, oh, I'm done today. I'm in trouble. And then you get some people that just, you know, they're wearing their basketball shorts and they're much better than other players. So I think that's the beauty of paddle.
Or you get some big boys, you know, like this guy can't move, and the next second he's putting it in the corner, hitting a chiquita.
Big boys that are good paddle players.
Yeah, man, I noticed that too.
But that's what's good about paddles, because I mean it's good to be fit, but even if you're not, if you have positioning tactics, you know, okay, I need to just take 2 steps forward, come back a bit, come here, and you'll pick up the ball, right? And then you'll know how to finish and do the right kind of shot. So I mean that's why it's so accessible. And so just one more thing. So on your training philosophy, you said, you know, you cater for the student. In terms of like shots, right? There's so many shots in paddle. There's like 10 different shots, something like that, maybe 8.
We were talking about the names. I don't know any names.
I mean, if you
do you want to give us the general techniques there are, or the type of shots?
You can consider, I mean, forehand, backhand, then out of the glass, if you consider, it will be forehand, backhand again, forehand volley, backhand volley. You have bandeja or bandeja, like you know it, Vibora,
Yeah.
which is
My favorite shot, by the way.
which comes from
Attacking
the bandeja, you know.
Yeah.
If you consider bajada,
Yeah.
so
That's
9
the
shots
line
already.
And you got gancho, rulo.
If you put the gancho and rulo,
Chiquita,
it's inside
da-da-da.
smash and bandeja.
Oh, it's within all that.
So-
It's different types of the smash.
We like to consider forehand backhand, also from the glass. So
Yeah.
2 shots,
Mm.
volley, and then
Lob,
and
yeah.
then above your head.
But
Yeah.
what would you say is there a most important shot in paddle? Like, is there a shot that you have to have? Maybe top 2 or top 3 shots.
The most used shot,
Yeah.
the volley.
Right.
So you need to put the ball inside.
Yeah.
You need to have it.
Mm.
You know, even if it's an orthodox technique, the volley is the most important shot because
Yeah.
once you are on the net, you will get a lot of shots over there. The defending, most important shot, the lob.
Mm.
If you can master the lob, it will be hard for your opponent, and or they get it with a bad air shot like a normal bandeja, slow one, or you get the net.
Yeah.
So I think the lob, it's the shot to master.
Well, I mean, that's the shot that the pros, once they master that, that's the most important shot even at the pro level.
I mean, at the pro level, what they do really good, it's knowing when.
Mm.
I mean, we can consider the lob. All of them, they have amazing lobs.
Yeah.
All of them, they have amazing volleys. It's just knowing when and
What to use.
yeah.
That's one of the, I always tell, my view anyway, I always tell the guys, paddle is not just about hitting the ball over, it's about choosing the right shot at the right time.
Correct.
Right? How much would
Definitely.
you like agree with that? And it's also a very mental game and it's a very tactical game. It's like a game of chess. It's almost like you got to think 2 shots ahead before making the shot because you also want to get your partner. You want to play a shot where they do this shot in return so your partner can finish the point, for example. So I don't know, what do you think of?
At the pro level, when, for example, at the pro level, when I do a forehand to your forehand volley, they know where the ball will end up.
Yeah.
I mean, here we are playing 2-on-2. Let's consider amateur level.
Mm.
We are playing. If I play a forehand on your forehand volley, you are crossed with him. So if
You'll
you do
go
this,
across that
your
way.
natural
Yeah.
movement will be over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I play to you,
You're going to kill him.
I mean maybe
Yeah.
90% of chances of you to cross that volley.
Yeah.
They know before you hit it back, they
yeah.
know where it's
So
going to go. You're saying.
if I play to your backhand volley, if you do the move, the
Yeah.
ball will come maybe towards me again.
Yeah.
They know this, but at a pro level.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, if I tell you this on a session, you will think, oh, it makes sense.
Mm.
They are always one step ahead.
Mm.
So I think it's important not only what you do, what your opponent will do. I say to my students, be ready, be aware. It's not just being like this. It's watching, checking what's happening because
Look at
there's
the
a
body
chance.
movement.
I mean,
Yeah.
playing with chances. Once you have that knowledge, it will help you a lot because only with this, like you play here, that one will cross, that one will come to me. It's already a good point to read your opponent.
Yeah.
What I think they do at a really different level. It's reading the opponent,
Mm.
and when the ball comes like this, they know what to do. So I think that's what separates them from.
Yeah, because I'm just happy to get it in the court. Wherever it goes, just as long as it goes in.
Well, I mean, sometimes the mentality is make them make one more shot, right? So sometimes just that extra shot can lead to an error or let you get back in the point and then you come ahead.
That's
Controversial question. You prefer to watch the female athletes at the pro level or the male athletes, and why? Yes or no, which way? Like, what's your reasoning behind that?
for the show, you know, I think male paddle. I mean, most of all the smashes, because if we look into I don't know top 20 right now, I think everyone smashes from the line.
Yeah, Tapia,
Especially
Galan.
left side players, everyone will smash from the line. Some right players, they will also, the tall ones, you know. Female paddle, my advice is everyone should be watching female paddle because there's a lot of tactics.
Skill,
So there's
not
a lot
power.
of things to learn.
And
Like
that technique apparently is like
No,
amazing, right?
they have amazing technique
Mm.
and amazing tactics, but while on male paddle, the point will end up like this. Like you do an amazing lob, but Tapi is over there and they will finish the point.
Yeah. Because
In-
he can smash from the glass, but
Yeah,
whereas the
it's-
girls, I mean, they can smash from
There's
the
long
glass, but it's not going to be a
rallies,
the
finishing
girls,
shot.
Long rallies,
they
like-
will.
Yeah.
It's like they are drawing, you know. It's not like like you drive a
It's an
Lamborghini,
art, like
you
an
go,
art.
phoom,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, they are mastering the game, so they know what they need to achieve. And if I want to create an balance on your game, I need to do one chiquita, one lob, one chiquita, one lob, until eventually you miss. And they do that perfectly.
Yeah.
Even there's studies about it. The female points are longer.
They what do they call it? The long game. They play the long game.
Play the long game. Yeah.
Yeah.
While with men, they'll try to execute quickly with a smash or whatever, shorter,
Well, see,
shorter
I
style.
mean, most of the men's games are an hour and a half, maximum 2 hours. And a lot of the female games normally go 2 hours plus, sometimes 3 hours. So that, I mean, that scores the point that you're making. Going off that, who's your favorite player
Agustin
or team
Tapia.
to watch?
My favorite player, Agustin Tapia.
And who's your favorite? Does that mean he's also your favorite to watch, or do you have a? I remember you
No.
told me once you like watching Chingo.
Since I've been watching paddle, when I started watching, like Stupa was at a very good level. Tapia is younger.
Yeah.
When I watched Tapia the first time, I was like, okay, he's my number one, and I really love Stupa also. But I got I don't know. It was just different. I consider him a Messi playing paddle.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
You know, Tapia,
different.
He looks so normal, but then he pulls out crazy shots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's
don't
why I
get it.
say like Messi.
Yeah.
He walks on the pitch,
Yeah.
you know,
Makes magic
and
happen.
suddenly
That's
something
magic.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like, for example, you were saying about being athletic. Tapia doesn't look like the type of athletic player, you know.
No, it looks like,
It doesn't
someone
have
at the
big
beach.
arms or
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
but
No,
he has this
but-
crazy smash.
But suddenly, you know, so that part of the skills that he knows what he needs to do, and is the number one doing it. Going to the Chingoto, for me, Chingoto, it's my favorite right side player. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, Arturo Coelho, it's a lefty, so
He's almost like a left side
Yeah,
player,
left
but on the
side,
right
yeah.
side.
yeah,
Right?
that's why
Yeah.
I mentioned Chingoto right side player, because, I mean, he's been struggling the whole career because everyone is taller than him, and we play
Yeah.
paddle. We know that if I can reach further, I have more chances of staying on the net.
Yeah.
So the amount of, I mean, he's quick, he's
Yeah.
agile, the footwork
It's
is
consistent.
insane, and mentally
Mm.
it's amazing.
I mean, but his Vibora is probably the best Vibora. Like, it's so accurate. So even though he's got his weaknesses, but he makes up for it. So it's like he's got a 1 out of 10 smash or 2 out of 10 smash, but everything else is 9 or 10.
No, he's a fighter. He will put the
Yeah.
ball no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
he's-
man. His last in the Italy final, he was smashing that ball, man. He had a lot of smashes.
Smash
They
it?
got him really
Yeah,
well.
I think
and
he's trying to add that to his game now.
it's something that he's been trying to do more,
Yeah.
and actually when he surprises, he's getting a lot of good ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So, I mean, before we wrap up, so do you think the team of Tapia and Cello or Galan and Chingo are the more complete? I mean, I know they're the number one seed, they're number two, but as a more complete partnership, do you have a view on that?
More complete, in my opinion, Tapia and Arturo, because they can cover the whole court. I mean,
Right.
they have the good hand. Both of them have the good hand on the middle. Which, for example, it happens also. Tapia, if you do a lob, let's say my partner is Arturo and I'm Tapia. If you do a lob
Thanks.
over there,
I'll take it as a compliment.
if you do a lob over there, me as a righty, I can go and take it.
Yeah.
You as a lefty, you can come and take
You
it.
don't have to do the backhand.
While if
Yeah.
it's a right-handed player, he will not come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
He'll let you deal
regarding
with it.
this, I think they are more complete. The other question is Arturo is like 2 meter. He does one step and he's on the
He's a
net.
machine.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy.
It's like getting past Ali at the front.
It's so hard to get.
If you don't lob it right at the back glass, he's going to hit it,
But
even
it's-
at the front of the court.
I think at this point it's where the being tall starts to be more
Take an
important in
advantage
this
in
game.
battle, yeah.
in
But see,
paddle.
also, there's not a lot of left-handed paddle players. I mean, there are some, but it's mostly righties. So having a left-handed player is such a huge advantage.
And he's tall as well.
Yeah.
I think it's really important.
If you have a left-handed that plays the right side, I think is incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I mean, there's more. I mean, that's Alex Weiss now is not on the top, but he's been consistent the entire career. You have Pablo Cardona coming right now, playing with Leo Augsburger. Both of them smash like crazy. Actually,
Yeah.
they surprised. I think it was against Tapia and Arturo.
In the
They won.
quarterfinal, yeah.
They surprised them because it was four smashers inside the court.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So can't make a
Yeah,
mistake.
it was crazy.
You know,
Can't
that,
make a mistake.
that type of, and I think Padel it's developing a little bit towards this, like
The smash is being more important, right?
doing the smash at the key moment. It's
It's
important.
because it's so hard to finish. Like everyone's so good that
You have
you're
to-
relying on a smash to finish a point.
Yeah.
And you see,
Get it over. Get it
and you
back.
see against this type of players, a lot of times they force the volley.
Yeah.
They avoid the lob and they go down. You know, flat
Yeah,
shot.
because they can smash it from anywhere, any lob, any corner, any
wanna
back.
avoid the-
Well, you don't want
100%.
power, right? So one thing I noticed, obviously, like what I noticed with Tapia and Celo, they love power on the ball. So some of the teams they struggle against, they take power off it, little volleys, little chiquitas, because they're waiting for the power because that's their strength. So that's a very good point that you make.
No, it's an amazing sport. I think it's going to continue to grow. It's the fastest growing sport.
I'll
in
just
the
squeeze
world.
in one question. If you had the chance to coach one pro player, who would it be Tapia that you'd want to coach? Or was there
Yeah.
someone specific?
I wouldn't have too much to say, honestly.
No, but still.
But experience-wise, sitting on Tapia's bench,
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
that'd be
for
amazing.
sure. I mean,
Maybe we can make it happen. 1 million subscribers will make it happen for you. Don't worry.
I mean, right now, just being at Premier Padel at the bench would be an amazing experience. You know,
Yeah.
it would be really, really nice.
Andre, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Thank
I think
you.
this was a great chat. Learned a lot about your experience in coaching. Where can we find you on Instagram? What's your Instagram
On
handle?
Instagram, my page Lerias Padel Coach.
Okay.
So
How do you spell that? Just
Alerias.
okay.
Lerias and then Padel Coach.
Paddle coach.
Beautiful.
Great. Thank you so much. And you guys can follow us on GameSet Paddle on Instagram and on all other socials. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much
Thanks.
for joining.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.